What's good at Lowkey fam? We're back with another Lowkey reaction. Now I already reacted to what's it called? Who Said I Can't Do Grime? And you guys basically told me that that's his Fire in the Booth part 1. So right now I'm about to react to Fire in the Booth part 2. I'm excited for this, man. That track was fire. That track was a brain exercise. Somebody said that in the comments, and that's such an on-point statement. Literally a brain exercise. It was pretty difficult to catch all the bars, but we did it. We got through it. If you haven't seen it, make sure to go check it out. But let's see what he's got in store for us with this one, man. I'm excited for this. Let's go. Gotta get that volume on max. Let's go.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
You know what time it is when you hear this, right?
Perfect.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah, Fire in the Booth. Much anticipated part 2. Hold tight, suspense.
Hold up, how long ago was this? It's 2017. Wow. I gotta listen to it. I gotta catch up on his music.
Listen, if they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. Listen. It's the zeitgeist, Zapatista, Zorro at his zenith, Zed is zinc in the zebra, zigzagging zealot, zilch the zombie.
This guy's spitting straight bars using only the letter Z? What? Hold up. Yo, what is going on?
Then we won't let him sleep. Listen. It's the zeitgeist, Zapatista, Zorro at his zenith, Zed is zinc in the zebra, zigzagging zealot, zilch the zombies and Zionists, he's zen in his zodiac, fire in the booth, it's a rostry in the zone, he's like yapping like Yokozuna in Yemen, YouTube and yoga, Yokozuna in Yoville, yodeling in your rover, yelling you're the yardstick of yesteryear, like your bow they're yearning, I'm yawning, this is like a Yeti versus Yoda, I'm a
Woo, they yearning and I'm yawning, this is like a Yeti versus Yoda. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay. My guy's spitting the alphabet backwards right now.
Yelling in your rover, yelling you're the yardstick of yesteryear, like your bow they're yearning, I'm yawning, this is like a Yeti versus Yoda, I'm an X-ray, your Xerox, I'm Xavier to the X-Men, Eximus, like your Xanax to an extent.
I'm Xavier to the X-Men. Yo, this dude's rapping the alphabet backwards for real and coming with the bars.
A wonderful world is waiting, while weapons wage war, we're weeping, who's winning, we wish him well, while wicked wizard webs are weaving, they whip us till
we wish him well while wicked webs are weaving. Oh man. Yo, I've paused like 5 times in like 30 seconds. I need to pause less, but just know we're catching these bars out here. It's what we're here for.
Reason words of wisdom won't weaken. Witness these whatless witness.
Hold up, now I need to go back a little bit. I don't want to miss nothing.
Like Eximus, like your Xanax to an extent, a wonderful world is waiting, while weapons wage war, we're weeping, who's winning, we wish them well, while wicked wizard webs are weaving, they whip us till we're wheezing, words of wisdom won't weaken, witness these whatless witness wallies waffling with their weekend, their wording is Wikipedia, virtually void of vitals versus visceral vintage, but vivid videos, going viral, I'm your uncle that understands, now it's us with the upper hand, we were underlings, underrated, unhuman to Uncle Sam. There are those thinking tactics to take the throne, though the truth tends to be told through their thesaurus takes its toll. Slithering snakes stipulate systems to sell your soul, secretly seek social stratification set in stone. Regiments ravage the region, now it's right for reparations, rendered refugees can't retract or repair ramifications.
Yo, yo, chill, bro. This guy is spitting some real shit too. It's not even like he's just using the letters and sticking to the letters. He's using the letters, doing the alphabet backwards, but he's spitting about some real shit. You guys taking this in right now?
Rated unhuman to Uncle Sam. There are those thinking tactics to take the throne, though the truth tends to be told through their thesaurus takes its toll. Slithering snakes stipulate systems to sell your soul, secretly seek social stratification set.
Stipulate systems to take your soul. And it, hold up.
Takes its toll. Slithering snakes stipulate systems to sell your soul. Secretly seek social stratification set in stone. Regiments ravage the region, now it's right for reparation.
Regiments ravage the region, now it's right for...
Rendered refugees can't retract or repair ramifications. Quest across the quarrels on quintessentially qualified quitters quake. Quality of my quotes can't be quite quantified. People pass prematurely, pay the price for passivity. Pretext of pillage, plunder, prepared to prolong proximity. People's pathology pulverized by this possibility. People power is potent, it's the peak of... Positivity, oligarchs ostracize others, offer obituaries. Overall, I overstand the odyssey. Optimistically, norms of a nascent nation should never.
Hold up, I need, like, bro, I gotta pause just for my brain to process the hell is going on right now. This is blowing my mind.
Maturely pay the price for passivity, pretext of pillage, plunder, prepared to prolong proximity. People's pathology pulverized by this possibility. People power is potent, it's the peak of positivity. Oligarchs ostracize.
People's power is potent, it's the peak of positivity. Ooh. All right, bro. All right.
Pulverized by this possibility. People power is potent. It's the peak of positivity. Oligarchs ostracize others, offer obituaries. Overall, I overstand the odyssey. Optimistically, norms of a nascent nation should never negate nature. Nasty as nefarious neocon naysayers for neighbors. This masterful maverick mic man will make you meet your maker. Meanwhile, merciless mercenaries maneuver to meet the majors. Lyrically lack luster, literally lack love, lust, living lavish and.
Yo, what? I can't. Bro, we're 2 minutes in. This is a 14-minute long video. I'm 2 minutes in and my head hurts. What?
Maneuver to meet the majors. Lyrically lack luster, literally lack love, lust, living lavish in luxury. Listeners lap up a kaleidoscope of kindness. Knowledge, knuckles and kerosene to kill the kleptocracy. Cool the kettle that they kept us in. Jabbing javelins at jingoism, jealousy justified when jeering at jobless is journalism, information industry, interlinked with infantry, instrumentalize identity, implant ignorance instantly. Hackers and handcuffs, harvesters of hatred, hand gliding, harbingers of harassment, harbor harmful handwriting, gangsters of globalization, glorify glitz and the glam, give us guidance to the graveyard. They got the gift of the gap. It's flawless how they fabricate the folklore of defeat and funnel funds for freelance fighters and fawn over fights for freedom.
Ooh, how they fund the... Hold up.
Guidance to the graveyard, they got the gift of the gap. It's flawless how they fabricate the folklore of defeat and fun.
It's flawless how they fabricate the folklore of the freedom fighters.
They got the gift of the gap. It's flawless how they fabricate the folklore of defeat and funnel funds for freelance fighters and fawn over.
Oh, they fabricate the folklore to collect funds for the freedom fighters.
Fights for freedom. Economics, everything, exploitation and epidemic, exhausting environments, easy but the dividends are deadly, don't dare dream of doing different, dread our destruction's definitely coming as the catalyst, clamour for the capital, can't counteract the cycle, the catastrophe could cancel all, bring borders to bear, bombarded with the broken, basically bribery beckons business, we are beholden, though accurate answers to all of the above aren't available, I attack the alphabet again and aced it just to aim at you. They say anything is attainable, attack the alphabet again and ace.
Yo, I can't even say the alphabet backwards. I genuinely don't think I could say the alphabet backwards. And this guy rapped it back.
Perfect.
Out of here, bro. Out of here, bro. Out of here, bro. Blow that shit up, Charlie. Hit it one more time. Let's go. Boom.
Assassinated it. And now
Give him
just
one
to
more.
take the Mickey.
Let's go.
You're coming and kill it backwards.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Much love, bro.
That's crazy.
Man like Lowkey in the building.
Thanks for having me, man.
Pleasure, my G.
Yeah, man.
You ain't done yet, though, are you?
I ain't done it too. Let's do it.
Let's get it, bro.
We got
do it.
10 minutes to go. Alright.
Yeah. If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep.
Turn up.
How can I?
This is a okay, yeah, he has it on his phone. Alright. Hold up. My bad.
Then we won't let them sleep.
Turn up.
How can I do a fire in the booth when I'm trying just to maintain? And since you don't hear the word fire in the same way, heard screams, splutters and them gasping for air. That's not bars in a booth, it's so hard to compare. If I use fire as a metaphor, does that disrespect the people that are never more? How does that bomb sound to those that bled in war that we never saw? Remember when they settled?
Ooh, bro. Nah, bro. Yo. Dog, like, bro. I can't even speak right now. I don't say bro this much in my normal vocabulary, but I don't know what word to say right now. Whew. He's saying, if he uses the word fire as a metaphor, is it disrespectful to the people that lost their lives because they couldn't because of fire, because of the smoke, because they couldn't breathe. Does the sound of the bomb, is it disrespectful to the people that have been to war? You know, the bomb that Charlie Puth does, or Charlie Puth. I'm dead. Yo, I'm dead. Man just said Charlie Puth. But the bomb that Charlie does, is that disrespectful? This is
Disrespect
crazy,
the people
man.
that are never more. How does that bomb sound to those that bled in war? That we never saw. Remember when they settled scores with metal swords at Skeletor? Chinese made gunpowder, Nobel invented dynamite. They say the guilt in his mind compelled him to design the prize. We know what Einstein's mind was like.
Oh, bro, this guy said Nobel I'm going back to the bar. Nobel designed dynamite, and the guilt in his head led him to design a prize, the Nobel Peace Prize. So he created something that caused so much destruction that he decided to create an award, that the regret of it made him decide to create an award that rewards the people that bring peace to the world.
Scores with metal swords at Skeletor. Chinese made gunpowder, Nobel invented dynamite. They say the guilt in his mind compelled him to design the prize. We know what Einstein's mind was like. How many geniuses we never knew that were deprived of life. I can't philosophize on horrifying flames. We don't have to apologize or qualify our pain. To grenfelize our loved ones of the colonizer's name. Should we let the corporate media lobotomize our brains? You are beautiful. No matter how this life disfigures you, you're beautiful. Even if that image you emulate isn't you. I don't know if
he's speaking some real shit. He's saying, what if there was so many great minds that just never saw the light? Because of war, because of whatever. Like, it makes you think these children that get killed in war, or just people that grow up in a situation where they can't be exposed to that light. But the kids that grow up in war, what if that kid that grew up in that war zone and was in the wrong place at the wrong time and ended up dying actually was going to be the person that found the cure to cancer? Like, you know what I mean? This is some heavy shit.
figures you, you're beautiful, even if that image you emulate isn't you. I don't know if history is linear or cyclical, but no, I'm ridiculed for making invisibles visible. That's why Plato said banish poets from the republic, cause they know that we can shake the social system and disrupt it. The land of liberty, they tell us leave it or lump it. When Trump comes to the country, we hope he chokes on his crumpet before we sink in the ocean. Consider this as an omen, nature's blessings are ours, just cause we think that we own them. Never think that you're broken or think that you're no one. Remember, a rope is strong because of strings interwoven. Would they love you more if you mock the people that...
Oh, that's a bar. That's a bar. Remember, a rope is strong because of strings that are interwoven.
Ours, just cause we think that we own them. Never think that you're broken or think that you're no one. Remember, a rope is strong because of strings interwoven. Would they love you more if you mock the people that you're from? Self-orientalize and believe that you belong. Overcompensate and propagate the image of the imbecile, not uninvolved. Even though you're further from the killing field, take solace in the fact there's always cracks in the monolith. Now we're practically lobbing bricks like Asterix and Obelix. Distracted with gossipists, twisted news and interlude to adverts. No hidden clues to listen to is pitiful.
Perfect.
Rosa Luxemburg gave us the simple truth. You won't feel your chains till the day you begin to move. He photographed the corpse and they flung him in the cage. Those that signed off on the cladding are still receiving their wage. Helicopters hover close, pictures for the front page. Tried to speak, all I really felt deep was numb rage. How could they see this pain at such a young age? Leaning out the window screaming for help, but none came. If it bleeds, it leads. The trauma tourists, they gravitate. Shock doctrine in effect, disaster capitalists salivate. Privatization.
Ooh. Oh, bro, this is wild. Yo. This guy talked about all of that, and then he says it makes you think of the shock that those people had gone through, that those kids had gone through, seeing all that, witnessing all that, feeling all of that. And then he says shock doctrine in effect while all these capitalists salivate. If you guys aren't familiar with the shock doctrine, it's an amazing book, but it basically breaks down how to get a human being to agree to a situation that they previously wouldn't have agreed to. And the way to do it is to put them in an even worse situation. So if they're here now, and this is the situation you want them to be in, you create this situation. And when they're at this point, they will do anything to accept anything lower. So they'll end up after the fact accepting the new situation that they're in that they wouldn't have previously, only because they're put in a worse situation in between. Tell me if this makes sense in the comments. Tell me if it makes sense. I might have butchered the explanation, but It's basically telling somebody, I'm going to pay you $100 to do a job. They say no. You give them nothing but $50. But I mean, this is like very dumbed down. Nothing but $50 to the point that they are starving and they cannot survive off the $50. Eventually, they will take the $100 from you for a job with the biggest smile on their face because it's twice what they're getting. Where they were originally getting 200 and they never would have taken the 100. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm kind of rambling on it, but I just don't know if I'm explaining it properly. But this is crazy, man. He's an insanely intellectual guy. This guy is crazy smart, bro.
If it bleeds, it leads. The trauma tourists, they gravitate. Shock doctrine in effect.
The trauma tourists, they gravitate. They cause trauma, which causes the shock that allows you to accept the new way of things.
Starts the capitalists salivate. Privatization, deregulation, and austerity. 0-hour contracts, exploitation, and precarity. Adults didn't make it. The children to be fostered. Save pennies on the block, drop 20 million on the opera. We see through your cold plans, your program is done. We don't want a prime minister that holds hands with Trump. We don't want DJs doing shows on military compounds. Can't trivialize fire or hear any more bomb sounds. How can I smile when I know the remains are still not found? And echoing in my mind is exactly how the sobs sound. They say we're criminals for syllables and stanzas when they subsidize the killers, tools, the pillagers and bankers who were the engines of history.
Yo, I'm done, bro. This is insane. This is insane. And I'm trying not to pause. I swear, guys, I'm trying not to pause, but this is too much. I have to give credit where credit is due. This is crazy. This guy just said, he's talking about, I guess he's talking about rappers. This is what I'm taking from it. But he's saying they criminalize us for the syllables that we spit. When they're the ones that are selling weapons to,
bomb sounds, how can I smile when I know the remains are still not found? And echoing in my mind is exactly how the sobs sound. They say we're criminals for syllables and stanzas when they subsidize the killers, tools, the pillagers and bankers.
When they subsidize the killing tools that pillages to bankers. They're subsidizing it for the bankers so the bankers make more money, but then they're saying we're criminals for the syllables that we spit.
They say we're criminals for syllables and stanzas when they subsidize the killers, tools, the pillagers and bankers who were the engines of history. People like me and you who got massacred for the right to vote at Peterloo. It was Imagineers and the artists that told by the martyrs, William Cuffy and the chartists, rebel and resist, even through something small. Create windows with words and mirrors where once were walls. Manure contributes to the beauty of a rose. Why can't we accept our pain as something that helps us grow? They wonder why songs that make you cry are more moving, cause crying's the only thing that we were born doing. They tell us tea is tradition to the English. When I look around this island, not a tea plantation in it.
They say tea is traditional to England, to the island, to something. But when I look around, there isn't a single tree, or there isn't a single
songs that make you cry
planted.
Are more moving, cause crying's the only thing.
Yo, I can't even get my thoughts out properly. This guy has my brain all sorts of twisted up right now. I literally cannot get a thought out properly right now.
That we were born doing. They tell us tea is tradition to the English. When I look around this island, not a tea plantation in it. Earl Grey gave 20 million to the slave traders, multipolar world. Now the Indians are space raiders. Freedom to be even or merely alienate labor. Freedom for fossil fuelers to desecrate and invade nature. Albert was an immigrant. Prince Philip is an immigrant. Where the Celts, Normans and the Anglo-Saxons English then. The word sugar, cotton and rice come from Arabic. Now we import democracy to civilize the Saracens. Analyzing planets when this backwater was wilderness. Seems we're still obsessed with immortality like Gilgamesh. Pessimism of intellect, optimism of will. Where the skin of their victims is syndrome Buffalo Bill. In times of
I need to go back, hold up.
Analyzing planets when this backwater was wilderness. Seems we're still obsessed with immortality like Gilgamesh. Pessimism of intellect, optimism of will. Where the skin of their victims is syndrome Buffalo Bill. In times of permanent war, there's always someone to kill. But when life and death are virtual, almost nothing is real. They got my snapshots in a padlock box, but settle with the heavy metal. This is rap, not rock. It's fire in the booth, but man's not hot. I just got genius bars like a laptop shop. They wanna know if I got a flow or I'm gonna blow back like Geronimo Pratt. Let's rock and roll. I never sold my soul for a pot of gold. Now feel this scholar's solid knowledge in your collarbone. Subject to propaganda that terrifies the slumbered, but the albums still sell. You can verify the numbers. Collectivize or die. Protect your mind or suffer. Life is paradise to some and a paradise to others. While these Twittery teens are sinking in screens and thinking in memes. They blink in this machine is pimping their dreams. I think it's obscene, as sick as it seems. They don't know what lyrical invincibility means.
Oh my goodness, bro. Yo. These Twittering teens sinking the screens. They don't know what lyrical... What was it?
Screens and thinking in memes. They blink in this machine is pimping their dreams.
And the machine is pimping their dreams.
I think it's obscene, as sick as it seems. They don't know what lyrical invincibility means.
Ooh.
Barge through for part 2, I can't lose. Labels astroturfing, trying to make it look grassroots. Gone are the days we sold our CDs from the car.
Labels, yo, labels astroturfing, trying to make it look like it's grassroots. He's saying labels are grabbing these rappers that are just surface level. They're not planted. They haven't been doing this, and they're trying to make it seem like they have been.
Sharpshooters shooting harpoons through your chart tunes. Saw pain in the eyes of a retired fireman, knowing he couldn't save a child, survived the frying pan. When we riot, we disquiet the Leviathan. Forget Iron Man, I got an Iron Lion's diaphragm. My salutation to those with imagination, most anticipated.
Forget Iron Man, I got an Iron Lion's diaphragm.
And that's no exaggeration, the flag doesn't exist. Let me back up that statement. What happens to the nation if the Queen has a tax haven? What's commonsensical is sensible to question. What seems to be a lesson is intellectual repression. Say the ting goes as expression of aggression. Remember there's 2 victims on either side of the weapon. We won't let them sleep. If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. Listen, check it. Power to those that read bell hooks, power to those that sell books, power to those that know how the inside of a cell looks. All those feeling helpless, forgotten or discarded. Power to the strange fruit they thought was rotten in the garden. Power to those sitting alone, seeking knowledge in the... Power to those feeling stained or your tomorrow isn't tarnished. Power to those that sweep the streets with more knowledge than PhDs. Power to those that keep their keys, return as promised, please believe. Power to those that suffer in silence, those it hurts to hear. Power to those that hold the ground, power to those that persevere. Power to those that love humanity more than they love style. Power to immigrants, probably raising Donald Trump's child. Power to the who can't imagine.
Oh my God, bro! I snap my headphones right now. This is ridiculous. Nah, this is actually ridiculous. I think this is probably the most ridiculous UK reaction I've done. I don't think I've had to take my headphones off more than a maximum of 2 times ever. This shit's made me do it like 5. This is wild. This is wild. I need to go back and listen to this like 3-4 more times. I'm catching, I think I'm catching the majority. I'm gonna give it like a 80-85%, but there's definitely some things that I'm sure when I listen back, I'll catch that I didn't catch the first time around. But he's just spitting some real shit, bro. Bar after bar after bar. It's just some real shit.
Love style, power to immigrants, probably raising Donald Trump's child. Power to the who can't imagine what sight is. Those staring at the moon and all those working night shifts. Power to the readers, the writers, the illiterate. Power to those that struggle to decolonize their syllabus. Power to the shy ones always struggle to make friends on the half of humanity worth less than 8 men. Power to those that risk their life to dig the colton from the ground. For the mic I'm spitting on and the phone you're holding now. Power to those that built the stadium they're playing in. Power to those that mowed the grass and stitched the ball that they're playing with. Every rapper that doesn't rap about killing. Power to the builders who build buildings that outlived them. Power to the slaves of ancient Greece, never had the right to vote. Democracy dead like Gary Webb when they imported like his coke. Power to those that right to prison. Power to those writing home. Power to those writing poems. Power to those that died alone. Power to Curtis Mayfield. Power to Ronald Isley. Power to the fishermen that were forced into piracy. Power for every person that is working in a library. Power to every nurse that we turn to in our times of need. Power to the unions and the miners that should punish. Power to those that drive the buses and those that collect the rubbish. Power to the youth desiring the truth. Power for every rapper that is dying for a fire in the booth. For those that lost limbs to King Leopold's quota and those risking their lives for the P&O to Dover. Power to union leaders murdered by Power to victims of this globalized Cosa Nostra. Power to those dying on the shores and the borders.
Power to those people colonized by this global cause. Oh,
This murder bar. Power to victims of this globalized Cosa Nostra.
the victims of this globalized Cosa Nostra. If you guys don't know what that is, oh man, bro, what were they? Sicilian? Cosa Nostra? I think it was Sicilian mob. I gotta look it up, but
Power to victims of this globalized Cosa
Legendary
Nostra.
mob.
Power to those dying on the shores and the borders. Power to human beings that were rendered fauna and flora. Power to those that, after the stage show and carnival goers, still haunted by Kelso Cole Crane's ghost. Power to Kevin Carter, his picture taunts us ever after. So many questions never answered. Remember the last words of عبد المحسن السعدون الأمة تنتظر الخدمة الإنجليز لا يوافقون. Power to
let's go. This dude spit in Arabic too. Oh my gosh.
He's never answered. Remember the last words of عبد المحسن السعدون الأمة تنتظر الخدمة الإنجليز لا يوافقون. Power to El Jawahiri. In his rebellions they killed his brother Ja'far and he cursed the rotten Thamesians. Enlightened despots pursuing tactics Machiavellian. Chinese still preceded Europe a millennium. Think about it. Printed press half a millennium. Never get close. Power to Ken Loach and every volunteer in Lesbos. Cuban doctors sent to Sri Lanka for the tsunami. Power to those that cleaned up after the Bullingdon parties. Kids knowing Apple products before they know what an apple is. Forgotten like passengers on the USS Indianapolis. Dying days where they could see what little boys damage did on the precipice of fascism. My passiveness is cancerous. Power to those strong enough to dream. Power to those that chose not to be a cog in the machine. Power to those that love first and hate never. Power to those that sleep on the streets through grey weather. Power to Aziz Ali and Bone Thugs and Harmony. Power to Norman Baker, David Kelly's owner artery. Power to the genocided population of Tasmania. The internet descends to Trump-tastic fantasia. Let them try quote this. You'll never find a better diagnosis than collective psychosis. It's getting quite hopeless, but hope is all we have. Trying to cultivate the positive, not focus on the bad, but the globe's under attack. The obnoxious rage of a fake intellectual. Amazing grace in the age of the spectacle. Not the first time they found a race is selectable to raise to the pedestal and desecrate the place that translated the decimal. I don't want to tempt fate. Power to call.
Decimate the place that translated the decimal. Oh my goodness. Bro, you guys, like, these bars are hitting different, man. I can't even.
Intellectual, amazing
Bro.
grace in the age of the spectacle. Not the first time they found a race is selectable to raise to the pedestal and desecrate the place that translated the decimal.
Found a race to place on the pedestal and desecrate the place, like something decimal.
To raise to the pedestal and desecrate the place that translated the decimal.
And desecrate the place that translated the decimal. Algebra was created. Algebra, not created, I mean, it's universal, blah, blah, blah. But like, algebra was, I guess, discovered in the Middle East. Now he's saying you took the race, Arabs, and you put them on this pedestal and then desecrated the place that translated the decimal. Decimal always existed, but nobody did. It wasn't understood. But then algebra came in and translated and explained it, and it became. Bro, this is crazy, man. This dude is mad intellectual.
To the pedestal and desecrate the place that translated the decimal. I don't want to tempt fate. Power to corpse washers like AN Day. Power to language learners, Bernie Sanders fans to flag burners. One man's inertia is another man's purpose. In a utopia of song, we are victorious.
Wait, what did he say? One man's?
Man's inertia is another man's purpose. In a utopia of song, we are victorious. But the bittersweet reality's not this glorious. Power to Coltrane watching Malcolm X. Power to Paul Robeson under house arrest. Power to Galileo under house arrest. Power to Ibn Haytham under house arrest. Forgive me if I sound obsessed. Forgive me if I sound depressed. Believe me, that's not how it's meant. They probably thought I couldn't come back and kill the alphabet. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Say el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. الشعب يريد إسقاط النظام. Say el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Say el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. الشعب يريد إسقاط النظام. Thank you very much.
Wow! Man like Lowkey in the building!
I'm done, bro. I'm done. Lowkey, nah. Lowkey's on some other shit. I'm done, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm about to run this back. I need to listen to this again. But like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought about the track. And yeah, this is gonna be a quick outro because I just want to run this back right now ASAP. So yeah, guys, let me know what you thought. And I'm out. This is done. It's over. I'll catch you in the next one.